Thank you. Oh, thank you, good boy. Are you here helping me? Would you also like to read a Ukrainian poem? No. So I've never done one of these before, one of these Facebook birthday fundraisers, but this year there is a cause that's very important to me, and so I figured I'd share as well with this video to try and better explain or contextualize why I think it matters. It being the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine following Russia's invasion on February 24th, 2022, which is a day after my birthday, which kind of ties everything up in a nice bow. Nice bow, I guess. I'm also personally invested, not only because of the major geopolitical ramifications, which there are many. I mean, Ukraine has a population, or had a pre-war population of like 41 million persons, irrespective of creed, politics, language, ethnicity, etc. And they've also been a major food supplier for certain parts of the world. They produce, I think, roughly 10% of the global grain supply and like 50% of the global sunflower product. I'm also very invested because I come from a Ukrainian family. My grandmother's first language was Ukrainian, and although she didn't pass it on to us to learn, I've been learning it pretty vigorously since February of 2020. And this poem I'm going to read to you in a minute, I learned there. The UN Refugee Agency says that there are nearly 8 million refugees from Ukraine recorded in neighboring countries in Europe, and so that's not even taking into account the people that have sought refuge in North America, like in Canada or the United States, which also have pretty sizable Ukrainian diasporas. There are roughly 5.9 million people internally displaced in Ukraine, and overall, throughout 2020 and 2023, so far there are 17.6 million people in need of dire humanitarian assistance in some form or another. And that's inclusive of the 5.9 internally displaced persons as well. The organization that I'm endorsing here is Razom for Ukraine, who have also had endorsements by figures such as Yale professor Timothy Snyder, who has a whole course on Yale's YouTube channel. As of 2022 and 2023, it's really excellent, especially if you like podcasts. Just pop it on and listen. He's very funny and also makes an interesting part of the world more accessible to the English-speaking world, where we don't normally get a lot of exposure throughout, well, much of history and in different places. Anything else that I link below also has some manner of educational value. And I'm happy to answer questions or provide more sources upon request. Feel free to leave a comment or DM me, whatever works. But Razom is providing critical humanitarian war relief, and if we can raise a little bit of money for them, I think that would be fantastic, especially to help resettle and bring Ukrainian people back to their homes that have been destroyed due to the conflict. And this is not particularly new for Ukrainians. Their history has indicated that there have been a lot of, I guess we'll call them foreign powers, that have exerted control over the people and the territory that the people reside in, whether that be the Polish-Lithuanians from way back, the Muscovites, which later turned into the Russian Empire, the Prussians, which later turned into the German Empire, the Austrians, the Ottomans as well. They're quite accustomed to dealing with some sort of overlordship, and they did actually have, ever since I think the 1200s, some manner of democratic processes, which makes the Maidan revolution a lot less surprising in hindsight. Ukrainians probably saw this coming, but I'm going to read a poem from Taras Shevchenko's Kobzar. Kobzar is a Ukrainian word that means bard. So this is a poem written somewhere between April and May of 1847. From here on, I'll try and speak just Ukrainian in the video. So, перепрошую за вимови. Мені однаково, чи буду Я жит в Україні чи ні? Чи хто задає, чи забуде? Мене в сні на чужині. Однаковісінько мені. В неволі вирізьми з чужими і неоплакані своїми. В неволі плачучи умру і все з собою заберу. Малого сліду не покину на наші славні України, на наші на своїй землі. І не пом'яне батько з сином, не скаже синові, молись, молися, сину, за Вкраїну його замочили колись. Мені однаково, чи буде той син молитися, чи не. Та не однаково мені, як Україну злі люди присп'ять. Лукаві і вони її окраденою збудуть. О, не однаково мені. Добре. Дякую за того, щоб дивитися цього відео. Слава Україні! Героям слава та Україна переможе! Thanks everyone for watching. If you have questions, again, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to discuss it further. I could talk about this both on the humanitarian side, historical side, and military side for hours, as some of my intimates know that I do. So, till next time, take care.